opinion on naming the oldest child to handle everything?
How responsible is that child just because they're the oldest?
Are they going through any issues?
So, I have 2 kids. You guys have kids, right? And I know one of the things that I'm always concerned about is, am I treating the kids fairly? And part of it is, well, if it's the oldest child, that's just like the default position, right? And what we have found in our years of practice and doing these things is that the oldest child isn't always the right one. Vanessa, what do you think you should be looking for in somebody that can step up and handle things if you're incapacitated or dead? What would you look for?
I would want someone that's able to think clearly during crisis.
Yes.
I want someone that can come up with a game plan quickly.
Yep.
And be able to manage everything appropriately and with intent, and also understand others' emotions, because they have to deal with everybody's emotions at that time.
So they've got to be a peacekeeper, right?
Oh, yeah.
They need to be. That's a great skill. I mean, for me, when I'm working with my clients, I'm not always looking for the rocket scientist, right? We don't need the rocket scientist being that person that steps in. What's really important is which of the kids are able to keep the peace. Because I often find when you have more than one child, you got a bunch of different dynamics with the kids. And it's not always the oldest kid that's the right one to do it. What about you,
And I think
Lexi?
it's really important too that you're kind of looking at, is this a financial person? Is this somebody who's handling healthcare? Because you have different roles
Yes.
depending on the scenario
Yes.
that you're in. You might have a child that is really good, really logical. Maybe they're good with investments and all that kind of stuff. It just makes sense for them to logically handle the money. But then you have another person who they're able to make logical healthcare decisions. They're not going to let their personal emotions interfere with the decisions that you
And they
want
can
them to
make those tough decisions, right?
Exactly. So I think that's
Yeah.
something really important to look at too. So your oldest might be really good with money, but not the best for healthcare. I know
Yeah.
that's the dynamic in my family, and it could be the other way around. So you kind of have to look at it from a lot of different angles.
So I often joke and say, I have 2 boys, and I say one of them I would want to make medical decisions for me. The other one, I wouldn't want him, number 1, is making medical decisions, because if I had a hangnail, he'd try to pull the plug. But he's really good with finances. So yeah, those are things we walk through and we talk about, right?
Yeah, absolutely.